There hasn't been a new asset class since the bond market was created in 1693. Well, now there's a new asset class, and it is the digital asset space. The question is, are you participating? Hey, what's going on, guys? It's the Crypto Siege with another day in the life, in the crazy life that is the digital asset space. What is going on? Happy Thursday to you. Listen, get a couple of good articles here I want to share with you. I'm not sure if the Payments Council one is maybe 2 or 3 months old. I'm not really certain, but I think it's important to note and share. Again, also Brianne Madigan is once again, what I want to say, actually, so Ripple put another article that she wrote, that she did, I believe, a few months back. And she put it out again. I'm going to cover that because I think it's even more significant today. So guys, listen, this is your XRP Ripple daily news in around 10 minutes. All right, guys. So U.S. Faster Payments Council names 2020 board. The U.S. Faster Payments Council names its 2020 board. So the United States Faster Payments Council, a membership organization devoted to advancing faster payments in the United States, today released the results of the 2020 election for its board of directors. In this year's election, FPC, Faster Payments Council members, voted in new directors to a board that benefits from both continuity and fresh perspectives. Newly elected and re-elected members of the Faster Payments Council Board of Directors include John Dreckney, Merchant Advisory Group, Stuart Dwyer from Microsoft, Tom Feltner from the Center for Responsible Lending, Kim Ford of Fiserv, Matt Howard from Walmart, Steve Ledford from the Clearinghouse, Robert Palmer from Community Bankers Association of Ohio, Carl Slabecki from BNY Mellon, Peter Tapley from PTAP Advisory LLC, and Pat Phelan from Ripple. Again, guys, this is the U.S. Faster Payments Council. So we're pleased to welcome our new directors to the board at this exciting and important next stage of the Faster Payment Council's evolution, said the Faster Payment Council Board Chair, Michael Bilski. They bring decades of leadership in key areas such as strategy implementation and payments industry expertise that are vital to the success and growth of the organization. In addition to welcoming these new directors, I'd like to thank the group of directors who will be stepping off the board, each of whom has contributed to the vitality and success of the Faster Payments Council. I know their dedication to our mission will continue to help us move forward. The Faster Payments Council board is accountable to the members of setting the organization's strategic direction and ensuring processes, activities, and recommendations are consistent with its fundamental principles. In addition, the board is responsible for ensuring the views of all segments are heard during deliberations at the board, committee, and work group levels. We're thrilled at the addition of this dynamic group of directors from across the full spectrum of the payments ecosystem. They will complement our existing board of directors, skills, and experiences. We're confident that they will provide valuable perspectives as we continue to execute our strategy and enhance the Faster Payment Council member experience, said FPC Executive Director Reed Lieutenant. A key strength of the Faster Payment Council is our ability to bring together diverse stakeholders to develop tools and guidelines that solve for real-world needs, facilitating the adoption and usability of faster payments and we're just getting started. As a principles-based organization, the Faster Payments Council structure, operations, and activities are designed to adhere to the fundamental values of inclusiveness and fairness, flexibility and responsiveness, and transparency in decision-making. All of our board members embody the Faster Payments Council's core values and play an integral role in our mission of advancing the adoption and usage of faster payments in the United States. Very important to note, I believe, you know, Ripple is a lot of times associated with cross-border payments, but they're on this Faster Payments Council that is, you know, its whole intent is to improve the United States faster payments. So the U.S. Faster Payments Council Board of Directors for 2021 got business end users from Microsoft, Walmart Corporation, Target Corporation, consumer organizations, is the Center for Responsible Lending with Tom Feltner. Kathleen Lesser is Mansfield's National Consumer Law Center. A term ends in 2021. Financial institutions, Community Bankers Association of Ohio, represented by Robert Palmer. North American Banking Company, term ends in 2022 by Michael Bilski. The Bankers Bank, term ends in 2021, is represented by Mark Keeling. BNY Mellon, represented by Carl Slabisky, and the term ends 2021. Then you have others here. Others is the Merchant Advisory Group, the EPCOR, Americans Bankers Association, and PTAP Advisory. Payment Network Operators. Payment Network Operators. This is how they're listed, and it's Matt Friend from Visa, Steve Ledford from the Clearinghouse, and Andrea Gilman from MasterCard. Technology Providers is Fiserv, terms ends 2023, represented by Kim Ford. ICBA Bank Card, term ends 2022, and represented by Deborah Phillips. Shazam Technology, right? So term ends 2021 and represented by Kevin Christensen. And Ripple, and represented by Pat Phelan, and his term ends in 2021. So yeah, really, really good right up there. Shout out to finextra.com. Again, I'm not sure again if this had come out prior or not, but I think it's important to note Ripple, number one, you know, kind of known for its settlements, right, and cross-border payments, right, and finality. It's on a United States Faster Payments Council. I think it's significant. I don't see another digital asset blockchain infrastructure company listed on this United States Faster Payments Council. I don't see them there. Right? I don't see them there. So I think this is very, very, I know this is very, very significant, and all roads lead to Ripple in so very many different ways. So let me go over this article really, really quick from Ripple, written by Brian Madigan. Date is May 28th. So XRP, a preferred base currency for arbitrage trading. Again, I don't know if this is a republish, if you will. You know how they do re-airs. I don't know if this is a republish or not, but this is brilliant, Brian Madigan. So I feel as though I've read this before, shared this with the community before, but we're going to go over it again. Digital assets are often referred to as safe haven assets, assets that market participants turn to during turmoil in the financial markets. Today, this label is being tested as beer cold impacts global financial markets. Amidst the sudden market collapse on March 12th of 2020, what many are calling Black Thursday, daily transaction fees skyrocketed to 5 times the normal amount on the Ethereum and Bitcoin network, delaying settlements and increasing the price of exchange for currencies between exchanges. During this time, analysis shows that users began shifting to the digital asset XRP for exchange balance transfer. And I will note that Emi Yoshitawa from, I believe that's how you pronounce her last name. Forgive me, Emi, out in Japan, representing Ripple in Japan, brought this to light for many of us as well a couple of months ago. So the daily median cost per transaction in USD shows it here. Here's the source. It says spring. Median costs were plotted, but mean costs would show more extreme fluctuations and longer recovery periods in Bitcoin and Ethereum cost per transaction. So Brianne goes on the right, XRP's low transaction fees, reliability, and speed make it ideal for sourcing liquidity in cross-border payments. These same attributes also enable market makers and traders to take advantage of arbitrage opportunities intra-exchange. Very important to note that. XRP's low transaction fees, reliability, and speed make it ideal for sourcing liquidity in cross-border payments. These same attributes also enable market makers and traders to take advantage of arbitrage opportunities intra-exchange, even in times of market stress. Traders and market makers leverage XRP to quickly service margin calls and manage risk slant collateral. To better capture price differences on different asset exchanges, value needs to move as quickly as possible, often across the world. Because of its unique consensus validation architecture, XRP does this nearly instantly, providing market makers and traders with a high-speed vehicle to move their funds from exchange to exchange. Again, maybe this, so I don't think I did read this before. This is a very pointed, a very calculated, a very intentional post or blog from Ripple, in my opinion. So you guys all know how I love brilliant Brianne Madigan. Without question, she is the truth. So XRP speed not only allows it to capture more price differences between exchanges, it also reduces the exposure to the various risks involved in those arbitrage trades. Several of the over 130 exchanges where XRP is listed and have noted this global payments use case. Let me say it again. Several of the over 130 exchanges where XRP is listed have noted this global payments use case and taken action. From North America to Asia, they have listed XRP as a base currency to be paired with fiat currencies and other digital assets in trading. And I think this is something that's going to continue. Those numbers are going to go up exponentially because of these very points that she's noting out, that she's noting and pointing out. We're going to see more and more and more of these XRP base pairs. And who knows, possibly every single exchange. In a recent post, Bitrue CEO Curious Wang shared his company's decision to move to XRP. XRP's use case, and I quote, XRP's use case makes it both practical and scalable, so it made sense for our business to focus on it, recalled Wang. As more people turn to RippleNet's on-demand liquidity service for faster, cheaper global payments, Bitrue will grow alongside the increasing use of XRP. We took a chance on centering our platform around the asset and are now benefiting from being a fully integrated part of the XRP community. I do remember that at one time, reading that as one time as well. So XRP's low transaction cost is back to bring in, allow traders to take advantage of more trading opportunities. Each XRP transaction costs a fraction of a cent, which allows traders to profit from smaller variations in price between exchanges. If capital can move faster and more efficiently, trading will also occur more frequently, which is equally beneficial for exchanges who stand to profit from increased commissions. XRP speed also reduces the need for liquidity providers to hold large inventories of digital assets at multiple exchanges. Lowering their working capital needs without lowering their ability to capture trading opportunities. So Rafa Kama tweeted that it wasn't, this particular point was not covered, but it's right here. Rafa Kama, my friend, right here. XRP speed also reduces the need for liquidity providers to hold large inventories of digital assets at multiple exchanges. So she's covered the risk. She's covered the fact that this provides the safety as well. So lowering their working capital needs without lowering their ability to capture trading opportunities. Once a trading opportunity has passed, traders can move their holdings off exchange and keep them wherever they are most comfortable without foregoing future opportunities. This allows traders to minimize their exposure to exchange hacking risk and benefits exchanges by lowering the amount of inventory at risk at any given time. While some exchanges have begun to issue their own tokens as base currencies, these assets are exchange specific. They do not allow for fluid trading between exchanges. Fact. And they increase risk by encouraging capital pooling. When independent digital currencies like XRP are used as base currencies instead, these challenges disappear. And with XRP specifically, value can move quickly and cheaply to every exchange in the world on which the digital asset is listed. XRP's speed, low transaction costs, and scalability put the digital asset in a league of its own when it comes to settlement. Over 50 million ledgers, 50 million ledgers have safely closed since its inception, and many highly regulated financial institutions are already leveraging XRP to improve the global payment experience of their customers. Powerful stuff. Ripple is focused on building technology to transform global payments. If you're a financial institution interested in leveraging RippleNet's on-demand liquidity service, contact us. Like another great read, great write-up for here from brilliant Brianne Madigan. And yeah, Rafa Kama, I think she covered the things that you said. The Rafa Kama kind of commented on this. So let's see. Maybe he was commenting on what Ripple, no, I think it's the same thing. Yeah, while explicitly about speed and cost, article underscores XRP's systemic safety. Liquidity providers can keep large sums secure off exchange. Yeah, she mentions that. Moving on easily when needed. Yeah, she mentioned that. So it says it's underscoring. Like, so he's not saying that it was omitted, but it's not highly pointed out. I think it's pointed out sufficiently enough. But shout out to Rafa Kama. He really puts it down on Twitter when he does do his tweets. And so I think she did a good job covering this. And so again, major, huge advantages to exchanges, pointing out these, strengths, right? Pointing out the attributes from using XRP, and they just become bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and more plentiful every time we turn around. So guys, listen, this has been your XRP Ripple Daily News in 0 and about 10 minutes. So I'm going to end this video like I do all of my videos and remind you of this. Old money doesn't want you to win. They don't want us to win. They would rather us remain a cog in their perpetual wheel of trading our time for dollars. They don't want us to play in the same playground that they play in, where we allow our money to work for us. This is our chance to win, guys. The digital asset space is our chance to win. We are in the midst of the greatest transfer of wealth in the history of man. Are you participating, or are you standing on the sidelines? Here's what I do know, that the battle for you has already been fought, and the victory is yours. Go get it. I'll talk to you soon, guys. See ya. Bye.